Hey there, and welcome to Motivation and Self-Improvement. We've all faced moments in life where we've felt stuck, unsure, or unmotivated. But what if I told you that you have everything within you to turn things around and create the life you've always envisioned? In today's episode, we're going to explore the power of mindset, habits, and perseverance, and how they can help you break free from the limitations you've placed on yourself. Whether you're aiming to achieve personal goals, level up in your career, or strengthen your relationships, this episode is packed with the strategies and motivation you need to take the next step. So, settle in, get comfortable, and allow yourself to be inspired to take action today. Don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with someone who could use a little extra boost of motivation.
The courage to be vulnerable, how it can transform your life. Vulnerability is often misunderstood as a sign of weakness, but in reality, it is a powerful expression of courage. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open the door to deeper connections, personal growth, and authentic living. Embracing vulnerability means letting go of the need to appear perfect and allowing yourself to be seen as you truly are, flaws and all. In this article, we'll explore the transformative power of vulnerability and how embracing it can lead to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. What does it mean to be vulnerable? Vulnerability is the willingness to expose your true self to others, including your fears, insecurities, and emotions. It involves taking emotional risks, such as sharing your feelings, asking for help, or admitting mistakes. Vulnerability requires courage because it opens you up to the possibility of rejection, criticism, or failure. However, it also creates opportunities for deeper connections, trust, and personal growth. The benefits of embracing vulnerability. 1. Deeper connections and relationships. Vulnerability fosters intimacy and trust in relationships. When you allow yourself to be seen as you truly are, others feel more comfortable doing the same. This mutual openness strengthens relationships and builds genuine connections. 2. Increased self-acceptance. Embracing vulnerability helps you accept yourself as you are, including your imperfections. When you stop hiding parts of yourself, you can experience a greater sense of self-worth and authenticity. 3. Personal growth and resilience. Vulnerability is a catalyst for personal growth. By facing your fears and stepping out of your comfort zone, you build resilience and learn more about yourself. This growth can lead to greater confidence and the ability to handle challenges more effectively. 4. Creativity and innovation. Vulnerability encourages creativity by allowing you to take risks and explore new ideas without fear of failure. When you're not afraid to be wrong, you can think more freely and innovate in ways you might not have otherwise. 5. Emotional freedom. By embracing vulnerability, you free yourself from the burden of pretending to be perfect. This emotional freedom allows you to live more authentically and with less anxiety about how others perceive you. How to cultivate the courage to be vulnerable. 1. Acknowledge and accept your vulnerabilities. The first step in embracing vulnerability is to acknowledge and accept that you have vulnerabilities. Everyone has insecurities, fears, and areas where they feel less confident. Recognizing these aspects of yourself is essential to understanding your true self. How to acknowledge and accept your vulnerabilities. Reflect on your fears. Take time to reflect on the areas of your life where you feel vulnerable. What are you afraid of? What do you tend to hide from others? Practice self-compassion, treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Recognize that vulnerability is a natural part of being human, and it does not diminish your worth. Journal your thoughts. Writing about your vulnerabilities can help you process your feelings and gain clarity about where they stem from and how they affect you. 2. Take small steps outside your comfort zone. Embracing vulnerability doesn't mean you have to dive into the deep end immediately. Start by taking small steps outside your comfort zone. Gradually exposing yourself to vulnerability can help you build confidence and resilience over time. How to take small steps toward vulnerability. Share your feelings. Begin by sharing your feelings with someone you trust, whether it's a friend, family member, or therapist. Start with small, manageable disclosures. Ask for help. Practice asking for help when you need it. This could be as simple as asking for advice, assistance with a task, or emotional support. Admit mistakes. When you make a mistake, acknowledge it openly instead of trying to cover it up. Admitting mistakes can be a powerful way to embrace vulnerability and build trust with others. 3. Reframe vulnerability as strength. Instead of viewing vulnerability as a weakness, reframe it as a strength. Understand that vulnerability requires courage, and it is a sign of emotional maturity and self-awareness. How to reframe vulnerability. Focus on the benefits. Remind yourself of the positive outcomes that can come from being vulnerable, such as deeper relationships, personal growth, and emotional freedom. Celebrate your courage. Acknowledge and celebrate the times when you've been vulnerable. Recognize the bravery it took to open up and the growth that resulted from it. Learn from role models. Look to role models who embody vulnerability, whether they're public figures, authors, or people in your life. Learning from their experiences can inspire you to embrace your own vulnerability. 4. Cultivate authenticity. Living authentically means being true to yourself, even when it's difficult. Authenticity is closely tied to vulnerability because it involves showing up as your real self, not just the version of you that you think others want to see. How to cultivate authenticity. Be honest with yourself. Regularly check in with yourself about your feelings, desires, and needs. Avoid suppressing your true thoughts or feelings to fit in or please others. Express yourself. Practice expressing your thoughts and emotions openly, whether through conversations, creative outlets, or journaling. Authentic expression is a key part of vulnerability. Stay true to your values. Make decisions that align with your values and beliefs, even if they require you to be vulnerable. Living according to your values reinforces your authenticity and self-respect. 5. Embrace imperfection. Perfectionism is often the enemy of vulnerability. When you strive for perfection, you avoid taking risks and showing your true self for fear of being judged. Embracing imperfection allows you to accept yourself as you are and encourages others to do the same. How to embrace imperfection. Let go of the need for approval. Recognize that you don't need to be perfect to be loved or respected. True connection comes from authenticity, not perfection. Practice self-acceptance. Accept that mistakes and flaws are part of being human. Instead of criticizing yourself, focus on learning and growing from your experiences. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Focus on the progress you're making rather than striving for an unattainable standard. Celebrate your efforts and the growth you've achieved along the way. Conclusion. The courage to be vulnerable is a transformative force that can lead to deeper relationships, personal growth, and a more fulfilling life. By acknowledging your vulnerabilities, taking small steps outside your comfort zone, reframing vulnerability as strength, cultivating authenticity, and embracing imperfection, you can unlock the power of vulnerability and live a life that is true to who you are. At Personal Growth, the podcast, we believe that embracing vulnerability is essential for living a rich and meaningful life. Start practicing vulnerability today, and watch as it transforms your relationships, your self-worth, and your overall sense of fulfillment.